Hey, I'm Arlo. Glad you could stop by. Playing a little bit of guitar here this morning. Doing a little bit of recording some things. Hope you're getting to do the same. Just listen to some music today. I've been kicking around the idea of recording some of what I've been doing here at home and then putting it up on the tube of view there, just so everybody could kind of see how I'm going about recording, and I can kind of keep track of myself and see how I'm doing. So if anybody's watching home and they're trying to do some recording on their own, they got questions, definitely throw some comments down there and I'll read them, see if I can be of any help. Just anything on there would be good, because I like learning stuff myself. So yeah, so I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and gonna just do some videos every now and then, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I thought for the first video I'd just tell a little bit about myself, and then talk a little bit about what I've been doing here at home. My dad got me and my brother going on guitars. We were little kids, and we played in a bunch of different bands, some bands together and some on our own, and played a lot of shows and had a lot of fun playing for folks. And I did that for a long time, and mostly music we were playing, a lot of Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead, Hendrix and Clapton, Cream, Robin Trower, all that kind of fun stuff. That's what me and my brother are really into. We listen to a lot of different stuff, but it's a lot of that. And so we did that for a long while, and then I did live sound for a little bit in some clubs, and worked for a fella who had his own sound company. I did some things for clubs he had gear in. I do some for his band. I did that for a while, which really helped me once I got over into trying to record at home. A lot of that transferred, that knowledge flipped into this, so it was a little bit easier. It was a good launching point for me. So, and with that, it's just amazing just what you can learn now when you get online. I spend time on YouTube. There's a lot of producers and engineers sharing all kinds of knowledge with us right now. So it's really cool I get on Warren Hewert's one I follow, Produce Like a Pro. He's great and answers a lot of questions. He's really phenomenal for like beginner on. I really love his channel. And then Glen Fricker, I like following him because he's like brutally honest and hilarious. So he's a really good one to follow. And then there's engineers like Joe Parisi. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. A couple of videos lately I've seen with him, he's talking about reamping your guitar tones. Once you record in here, then you can come back out of your interface with the signal and then run it through all kinds of different pedals, which I have lots. I like getting pedals. This is a cool one here. This is a Soul Bender full tone. My brother gave me this to mess with. I'll turn it over the other day. I never realized I had Mike Fuller. he signed a back on that one, number 1537, like Fuller. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I messed with a bunch of pedals, and just being able to come back out of the computer with them and then add on flavors later has been fun. So Joe Parisi's been helpful getting me to understand that more. And another one I follow is Andrew Shep's. He is really interesting guy. Been engineering for a lot of folks, big, Dell, and I think he started with Michael Jackson is what I've heard him say. But I use there's some plugins I use of his from Waves. Waves makes a bunch of really great plugins. They had a crazy deal on them. I think it's still going on now, but I got 3 different plugins that he uses, and one is his, it's called his Shep's Omni Channel, and it's just a bunch of different things you can use to make your sounds. You want to make the kick sound different, you can put different things on that, or your vocals. So that really streamlined my mixing in here. Once I get the song recorded, then I use that on a lot of stuff, and it just makes my mixing go a lot faster, so I can take the song and make it sound pretty sweet. So I like, Andrew's been great. There was another one, the Helios strip. He said that for guitars, and I got that. And I was been messing with that. It's like, wow, this is phenomenal for your tone and to sculpt your tone. That's a really good one. So I'll probably, future videos, I'll talk more about the plugins I use. The other thing that's been really great too is I've been following on, it's IK Multimedia on their Instagram page. They've been doing all these live feeds, like everybody is right now, but they've been giving away software every time they do one. So there's like a bunch of us that get on there, and there's 2 guys on there, Dave Kersner, who's great. He's a big Pink Floyd guy. I really like that about him. He's got some great videos on YouTube to check out. And then Mark Menji, he's a great bass player, metal guy. So I've been watching them, and I actually won a couple software things from them. One I won was a Leslie collection, so it's like 6 different Leslies, I think, in Amplitude, which I use at Amp Sim when my kids are trying to sleep. So I can put on my headphones and then dial in amps, and they don't hear me, so I can kind of get ideas down that way. So I use Amplitude a good bit. I use Amplitude, and then I use Torpedo's Wall of Sound. It's an IR speaker emulation thing. So I use that too. I'm new to that, but that's pretty amazing if you have to deal with headphones and being quiet in the house. But yeah, so the IK guy's been great. I got the Leslie thing, which I actually used on a song a couple weeks ago, and made a song with that. I actually have a really cool Leslie pedal my brother got me for Christmas. It does the 122 rotary cab, but this one, the thing on there does like 6 of them, so I got the Leslie thing, covered if we got to do badge or anything like that. So that's been cool that they've been doing that. I also won a micro amp, so it's an amplifier. It came with Amplitude before too, so I got a bunch of Marshall heads with that. And then the amp, which I got back over here now, I've been messing with that. I can plug that into the computer, and it will do all the Amplitude stuff. Just work as a regular amp, and that was awesome. So that's been cool. I've been winning some things on there, and Dave's been great, just learning different things about the music business and all the different things with IK. And Mark's had he had Bill Kelleher, I think is his, from Mastodon, who I like listening to their stuff. He was on there recently. Mark was talking to Bill. It's just really cool that there's so much going on online now where you can just learn all this stuff. So, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, is just I've been learning all these things, and I kind of like to have other people learn from what I'm learning, kind of share, give back a little bit, it's a good thing to do. So, my plan really is I'm trying to record a lot of songs at home and dial in some really nice demos and then hopefully get with some of my musician buddies and get some guys together so I can go in a studio and do a proper recording. I don't have any visions of me doing like proper recording at home, but I can do enough to make really cool demos and then get with some really, I want to get with someone that's real talented at doing this in the studio. So that's kind of my big overall, plan doing that. So, I guess really that's my channel. I'm going to be doing some recording. I'm going to answer any comments you have. So definitely drop comments down below on how my process. I'll have things on my songwriting process, and then I'll probably share some band stuff with you guys because that's always fun to hear about all that stuff. And it'll be good. I'm hoping on this coming up here this week, I have a delivery coming from Adam Audio. I was on a webinar that they had a couple weeks ago, and they were giving away 2 pairs of their new T8V. It's a T series. They make really expensive speakers, but this T series is the more affordable. They're still pretty expensive, but they make great speakers, and I won a pair of them just watching this webinar. So they're on their way, and I'm supposed to see those on Wednesday. So somehow this is probably gonna have to go probably to somewhere else, and then I'll have monitors set up, which is gonna be great because I'll still do a lot with the headphones. I still got to use those a lot, but it'll be great when I get down to mix time that I can listen onto the monitors. I think it's going to speed up my mixing process a lot quicker, so I'm not doing this and then running and I got to mix down, and then I check it in the car, and then I'm like, oh, you can't hear the drums very well, or the vocal's not out front, or whatever it is. So I'll have monitors. I think it's going to help be big time help going forward. So those are coming in, and I'll do like a kind of a little review on that, but that's really not my thing. I'll talk about them a little bit, and hopefully folks, if they're thinking about getting those, they can have a little, maybe get an idea, a little listen of them, but that's going to be pretty sweet. So that'll be next episode. I'll probably play maybe a little bit of the music I'm working on through them. You can listen a little. So that should be fun. If you want to see that episode, hit the little subscribe button. Hit that. Leave me some comments if you got questions on recording or any gear stuff. And we'll have fun. So I'm going to get back to my recording here. I got to cut the grass here yet today, and then I want to listen to a little more music. So I hope you have a good day. Get jamming.